Hey everybody, I'm back. I've been back for a couple of days. I know I haven't really announced that I've been back, but that's mostly because it's been difficult and I just wasn't mentally prepared to kind of deal with anybody, calling me or stopping over or anything, because let's face it, this is difficult. Just being back. It's good to be home, back with my family and everything. It's just that, one of the things that I was told that I'd have to deal with is some mental fatigue and just having a hard time having the energy to just deal with things, which is definitely true. Just going to be looking at my notes a lot because it's just hard to remember a lot of things, So I said that I was going to talk about the emotional impacts before. I guess I could do before and after at this point, because obviously it's been a little over 2 weeks since the surgery. That was on the 14th of April. I think it's been 2 weeks and 3 days or something like that. So I guess we could start out with some of the obvious things, like my voice is still a little messed up, and the left side of my face is weak and I still can't smile. But that was expected from the beginning. So can't really smile. Not a full smile. I just got that weird half smile thing going on. But it is what it is. I know it'll come back with time, and I just got to keep practicing. So I guess I'll start off with the fact that after the surgery, I've been pretty emotional, keeping things together. I can't I don't know how to explain it. If something means a lot to you, a certain phrase or something like that, and it really gets to you, how something can really resonate with you, it'll just get to me that much quicker. And I'll just want to cry. And that's the other thing about that. Kind of annoying, but as of lately, I can't even cry the same way that I could before. It's kind of weird. Okay, we got the obvious things out of the way first. Let's talk about the before surgery fears and impacts. So obviously, before going into the surgery, I was just afraid of kind of going under anesthesia because of, it's anesthesia and the sheer magnitude of the kind of surgery that I was going through. I was kind of afraid that I would kind of pass out and then just not wake up. But I think that's kind of a normal fear. I think that goes for anybody that would go under general anesthesia for any surgery. It can be scary. I was also afraid that the physical deficits would be greater than what we had initially expected. And I guess in some ways it were. Because I didn't expect to have problems with my left hand, which I'll talk about in a minute. Also the thought of, not being there for my family if something were to happen to me. That's obviously terrifying. And just the fact that I was worrying about what kind of impact all of this was going to have on my daughter. Because she's only 5. I think she handled everything pretty well, all things considered. For like the first week after surgery, I couldn't even handle seeing her. Seeing her was just too much for me. So that's why, being home now is such a big deal. Mentally and physically. Because I could be with my family, be with my daughter, and play with her again. Eventually, after, I want to say maybe 8 days after surgery or whatever, I had it in me to see my daughter, and that made such a big difference. Because I know that she was having a hard time without me being around. Just having a hard time keeping it together right now. The biggest thing that helped me through all of this was just how absolutely amazing my wife has been. Just how incredibly strong she's been. It's just made it so much easier and given me enough strength to get through everything that I've been through so far. One of the biggest things that I've learned through all of this is that none of us have any idea how much we take for granted. Like from the most minuscule things. Like I said, I couldn't even touch my nose. So, everything from something as stupid as moving your hand to your face to, being able to take care of yourself. And I've recovered a lot. Like I said, I've been home for a few days and I've been able to take care of myself. So when I was in physical therapy, my therapist, all of them were kind of talking about me and just really excited how quickly I was moving along and recovering my balance and motor skills. As frustrated as I was in physical therapy, I fully accepted the challenges and everything. So whenever I was offered more time or more exercises to do, I jumped at the opportunity because you're not going to get better if you don't put the work in, right? So every day I would be practicing little things in my room at Gaylord. And same thing, since I've been home, I've been working on some of my little RC trucks, which uses a lot of fine motor skills, obviously. especially on my 24th scale ones. Like this one's Lana's, and mine is very similar. I had to do a couple of replacement parts on it. So, as you can imagine, the parts are pretty tiny. So it was just really helpful to do things like that. I've been able to go on plenty of nice walks up and down my street to get some exercise and get some of my endurance back. So I know a lot of this is just going to take some time and practice, especially with getting my voice back and my face. But at least I'm home now, and I get to be with my family. And just being able to be home and play with my daughter, it makes such a big difference to be able to do that. So there's also some other things that were happening in the first week of my recovery. There were things that I felt and there were things that I said that just are too sensitive to put in this kind of video, but if I see in person, I might be able to talk about it. I'm not really sure. But we'll just say that the way that I felt in the first week, I wouldn't wish that on anyone. So one of the biggest, if not the biggest thing that I take away from this is that none of us have any idea how much we take for granted. From the smallest things, like being able to like even blow your own nose. Like I said, I couldn't really move before. To like the biggest stuff, like assuming that your spouse or whoever is just always gonna be there. I can't stress enough just how incredibly strong my wife has been through all of this, because without her I don't think I would have the strength. And again, I also can't say it enough. Thank you for everybody out there that's showed their love and support for me and my family through all of this. You've all taken such a big burden off of me and my family. So thank you so much. I know this video is tough for me to make, but hopefully as I do updates, things will get easier for me too, because there's definitely a lot of things that I'd like to talk about. I guess that's it for this one, and if you want to stay up to date, just subscribe to my channel, and I guess turn on notifications if you want to see any updates from me. And I'm going to do my best to keep everybody posted with things. So thank you, and I'll see you next time.